All right, Coach, congratulations. Playing in your fifth WNBA Finals. Thoughts on the slugfest of a game?
Well, as in any playoff series, especially when it comes to the deciding game, with two teams that are just going at each other, it becomes a test of wills. Tonight was no exception. It wasn't the prettiest game, especially down the stretch, but both teams were getting stops. Both teams were getting rebounds. We dug out a lot of loose balls. The big plays were made by A'ja Wilson, going to the free throw line, attacking the basket. And then both teams played defense and no one could score. That's a test of wills. That's what happened today. Like I said, it was an ugly basketball game, but it was a pretty basketball game because our team learned a tremendous amount about themselves. We didn't give up when we were down early. We kept playing. Adversity wasn't going for us. It was going against us. And we just gutted it out. And we learned a lot. Now it's on to the next series.
Doug Feinberg, good to see you.
Good to see you too, Jiggy. And Coach, congrats on the win. Just talk about that defense in the second half. I mean, you held them to 18 points and just the effort you guys had. I mean, you mentioned it was gritty, it was ugly, but just you guys shut them down in the second half when you needed to.
Yeah, we played solid defense. We rotated very well. We rebounded very well. And a big shout out to Carolyn Swords. She came up big time. As you won't see her name in the scoring stats, but rebounding and playing defense, she was dead solid tonight, especially in the second half. But I think it was just, one of those games where both teams knew each other and you just had to figure out any way, shape, or form to win. And I think also both teams were tired. There's no question about that. Both teams played heavy starter minutes. And I think that contributed to our holding them to 18 points.
Thanks, Coach.
Michelle?
Yeah, Coach, congratulations. You mentioned Carolyn and the 10 rebounds. Also, D-Rob had double-digit rebounds for you. Did you feel like the rebounding was one of the biggest keys? And then if I could ask one real quick after that.
Yeah, there were two big keys this game. Our stupid turnovers and rebounding. We took care of the rebounding, but didn't take care of the stupid turnovers. If we don't turn the ball over, we win this game, by 6, 8, 10 points instead of having to gut it out at the end. But I think rebounding was super key, especially the two games they won. They really beat us badly on the boards, and everybody dug the ball out tonight. And your next question is?
Sorry to ask you this so quick after this game, but can you look ahead really quick to Seattle with Dearica not in, but obviously you've got still a very good team. Can you just talk a little bit about that series?
Yeah, they're going to be rested. That's a good and bad sometimes. Sometimes there's a bit of rust. But, they're going to be rested. We know them. They know us. We played each other twice. We eyeballed each other both times. Dearica won't be in here. It's going to hurt us a little bit, give us that extra body to play on Stewie. But at the same time, we have what we have. And, put Cannon in the game and play small ball, put Angel at the 4 or Jackie at the 4 or pick any of the above. We just got to find a way to be competitive and win games. And you saw we're a competitive bunch, and we got a lot of the mental toughness of this ball club this year compared to the last couple. Last year, we started to get it, and we learned the mental toughness of this ball club is outstanding.
Thank you.
And a large part of that I attribute to Angel McCoughtry.
Bill, you talked some about it already, but that mental toughness. I mean, could you imagine winning this game without a field goal in the final more than 8 minutes?
No. No one can. That's an anomaly. But at the same time, I've been in teams where, when I was in the finals and we held San Antonio in a big, important, game to 2 points in a quarter. It happens. Teams get tired, and then you take away things, and they don't make shots. And as long as you get the rebounds, you can get into a defensive dogfight, and that's what we did tonight.
Howard?
Bill, congratulations on the win. I'm curious if I know you talked about that you focus less on X's and O's, but I do wonder if tactically, strategically, there were things that stood out to you in the third that reflected changes you made at halftime that helped lead to this 18-point second half.
Not really. It's just, trying to find a way to score. That's what the playoffs are about. How do you score? And, you know, between Angel doing her individual work, Asia doing her normal thing that she normally does, McBride made a couple buckets for us that were really a big key. You just try to find any way you can to get a bucket. And offensive-wise, there's not a lot we can do. We're very limited in our structure and what we can accomplish. So it had to be done with defense. And we did a really good job of taking away the paint and trying to make them shoot jump shots, and their jump shots did not go in.
Aislinn?
Hey, Coach, congrats on the ticket to the finals. Take me through your head in the fourth quarter. What were your thoughts?
How do I score? And, you know, and I'm getting tired. You know, I want to make a sub. It's like playing overtime basketball. You don't want to do anything different except grind it out and gut it out. But we couldn't figure out how to score until Asia made a couple really strong drives to the basket to get to the free throw line. That was huge for us.
All right, last two questions, Jose.
Hey, Bill, congrats on the win. Congrats on going to the WNBA Finals. First of all, how was it that you guys are down 2-1? What did you tell your team to keep them focused, to be able to come back, and then knowing you didn't have De'Eric and Hamby, how did you guys pull this off?
Yes, everybody looks each other in the eye and says, okay, I'm in. You know, and I'm committed to doing whatever I have to do. I got 0 out of my bench in the last 2 games, 0. But the starters did it all. So, you know, I made a lineup change, put D-Rob in the starting lineup, took away some bench scoring. Hamby went out, took away some bench scoring. But the starters stood up and played. And, you know, it's a team game. Every night it might be somebody different or it might be somebody go off. But, yeah, we'll take this one.
Last question, CC Martin, before we come back with Asia Wilson, Angel McCautry, and Kayla McBride.
Yeah, talk a little bit about Asia, Bill. I remember you saying before the season started that Asia could actually, you thought that she would be the MVP or could be the MVP. Tonight she played like it, 40 minutes. Just talk about her will to win and the intensity, and it seemed like she wanted to put this team on her back.
That she knows her responsibility. She has matured tremendously as a person and as a basketball player. She is a professional basketball player and the reigning MVP of the WNBA. She gets it. In the first half, you watch them try to double or triple team her, and she found the right people. She didn't have that last 2 years. She has it now. Her patience, the coaches or the players will say that the game slows down for you when you get it. She gets it. The game is slowed down for her. She understands her responsibilities. She knows when to make her mark and when to take over a game. And you can't say enough about her. Her growth in her year 3 is phenomenal.
Thanks a lot, Coach. We're going to take a break.